Nigeria has 36 airports, 26 of which are operated by the Federal Airports Authority of Nigeria, FAN. 5 of the airports are functional international airports. In September 2017, the Vice President, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, at the 5th edition of the Presidential Quarterly Business Forum, a platform for members of the private sector to interact with the government, announced the concession of some of the nation's airports. Professor Osinbajo said it is more important to take the airports out of the public sector, so there is the need for concession.
And after they are taking a look at the facility, they said, look, this thing is just terrible. And this is the case with most public utilities. We need to take it out of the public sector. We need to concession those airports. Fortunately, the Federal Executive Council has approved the concessioning of the Lagos Airport, Abuja, and Kaduna. So we need to put this through an open, transparent process.
In 2018, the federal government disclosed that the airports to be concessioned are the Muritala Muhammad International Airport in Lagos, the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja, Aminu Kano International Airport in Kano, and the Port Harcourt International Airport. In August 2020, the Minister of Aviation, Ade Serika, while appearing before the Joint Committee of the Senate at the public hearing of 2021-2022 Medium-Term Expenditure Framework and Fiscal Policy Paper, revealed the plan for the concession of the major airports for the period of 25 years.
Jealous? We are not like what happened before. They sold Nitel, sold Nigeria Airways, sold everything. The public, the people have lost those assets forever. The point is that we have huge aviation market and huge advantage to do more and to contribute more to government. But we have to implement this sector roadmap, which includes national carrier, concession, everything.
Reacting to this, during World Press Conference held at the Lagos Airport, the National Union of Air Transport Employees, NUATE, alleged that the attempt to concession the airport is fraudulent. In August 2021, the aviation workers held a peaceful nationwide protest against the concession of the airports. They urged the government to give them room to explain the type of concession it should do to protect the staff of FAN.
It's going to be a massive job loss, national insecurity, amongst others, as I said, if government go ahead to concession the airport. And the other 17 or 18 airports will suffer, because the major airports now that takes care of these other airports.
We must resist this. Yes. You women, you know that when this thing goes down, you will suffer more. Yes. Even women of this men standing here, they will suffer more.
We've been battling this for years. They came before, they couldn't succeed, and now they are here again. I want to tell you that we say no to concession. No.
The Constitution is very explicit that you cannot put our wealth in the hands of few. This is our commonwealth. The airport is our commonwealth. If private investors want to come and invest, let them come and build the airport.
Although the federal government and the regulatory agency are keeping a tight lid on who the bidders are, an investigation by local media revealed that about 13 companies showed initial interest in the concession process, namely by Courtney Aviation Services Limited, the operator of Muritala Muhammad Airport Terminal 2, Lagos, was reported to be one of them. The Mavis Nigeria Limited, which had an aviation-related concession contract with the federal government but was sacked over the revenue receipts disagreement, among other issues. The Singapore's Changi Airport Group, the operator of France Charles de Gaulle Airport, Le Bourget Airport, and operators of one Ethiopian's airport, among others. On the 25th of October 2021, the federal government made public the preferred bidder for the 4 nations' international airports. The aviation minister, Ade Serika, said the preferred and reserved bidders are foreign companies in partnership with local firms. Corporation America Airports Consortium is the preferred bidder for the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, while ENL Consortium was selected as the reserved bidder. The preferred bidder for the Muritala Muhammad International Airport, Lagos, is TAV NACO Project Plant Limited Consortium. a subsidiary of Airports de Paris, while Sifax Changi Consortium was selected as the reserved bidder. For the Malam Aminu Kano International Airport, the preferred bidder is also Corporation America Airports Consortium. There is no reserved bidders on the airport yet. A school of thought believes that the Paris owners of TAV were suspended and sanctioned by the World Bank and various countries globally over the various cases of overbilling, corruption, fraud, and collusive practices, and this contravenes Section 227, subsection C and D of the Request for Quotation RFQ. The school of thought also alleged that during the open of the technical bid submissions, TAV came with cash of $10,000 to pay for bid documents. Meanwhile, there were no bank accounts stated to pay for these in the request for proposal RFP documents, but bidders were advised to prepare evidence of these payments in their submissions in form of draft or remitter receipt. The school of thought also described this act as ethical misconduct, whereas Sifax submitted its RFP documents, which clearly stated its designated principal contact and alternate contact, but was not contacted by the Federal Ministry of Aviation and the Nigerian Airport Concession Program team for updates on the financial bid opening, but was only called on the exact day of the financial bid. The financial bid was opened in the absence of Sifax owners and also without their consent or confirmation. The phase of the Nigeria Airport Concession Program came to a close on 19th of September 2022, and as at then, no proposal was received for the Port Harcourt Airport. Reacting to the concession decision on 14th of March this year, aviation workers in Nigeria sued the federal government at the National Industrial Court. The workers' union, comprising Air Transport Services Senior Staff Association of Nigeria, National Union of Air Transport Employees, Association of Nigeria Union of Pensioners, NUB Fan Branch, filed a suit at the Lagos Division through their counsel, Femi Falana, SAN. The workers are seeking for an injunction of the court that the major airports in Nigeria should not be concessioned. They are against the federal government's plan to concession the airports without the consent of workers and Nigerians as a whole. They also lamented that the government did not factor the severance benefits to members, including pension arrears owed to former and present staff of the agency, currently estimated at over 150 billion naira. As at the time of filing this report, no date has been fixed for the hearing of the case. Meanwhile, at the 10th National Aviation Stakeholders Forum on the 23rd of March 2023 in Abuja, the Minister of Aviation, Ade Sirika, disclosed that the federal government will complete the ongoing concession of the airport and the launch of Nigeria Air before the 29th of May this year. The minister spoke against the backdrop of the various controversies and litigations surrounding the National Carrier Project and Airport Concession Program. Sifax Consortium have sued the federal government over infractions in the bidding process for the concession of Muritala Muhammad Airport. Recently, Nigeria's aviation sector has been facing a lot of challenges, ranging from hikes in the price of jet A1 fuel, airfares, regulatory and infrastructure challenges, poor infrastructure, poor access to financial incentives, as well as underfunding of the industry. It is therefore imperative for the federal government to resolve issues in the aviation sector, as this is taking a toll on the sector's contribution to the country's gross domestic product. Oluwayemisi Okpeodu, aviation correspondent, Impact Television, Ibadan.